Dead Space 3. We're doing hardcore mode. We're on Chapter 3, The Lost Flottilla, AA Gamer for Life, Demented Priest. Okay, so at the beginning part of Chapter 3, you finally get into the Roanoke, and when you first come in, there's a weapons part by the door. And of course, I'm full, so I'll have to drop something. The small health packs are the first to be dropped. Okay, on all the hardcore videos, at the very end of the videos, there's a little clip on how to save the game to your zip drive, making hardcore very doable. The autosave with this particular style of game makes saving your game to a zip drive very doable. And Dead Space 2, where you're only limited to 3 saves for the whole game, is like a different animal altogether. But with Dead Space 3, it's very easy just to go ahead and go into your dashboard and save to a zip drive. And what'll happen is if you do die, the game saves automatically. There's no way to hit the pause button fast enough to reload the checkpoint. If you go down, it's over. And it's not a big thing. All you got to do is, if you do die, you do get sent back to the very beginning of the game. And all you got to do is go into your hard drive, delete the save, and then the save game that you've been saving to your zip drive, move it back to the hard drive, and you're golden. So at the end of every chapter, which is pretty much what we do, as soon as we beat a chapter, we'll go into the dashboard, move our save over to the zip drive, and then continue on with the game. Yeah, it does take some minutes to do that, but better than having to restart the game. So we've discussed it, obviously while you're playing through this game many times. The hardcore mode, as far as the difficulty of playing the game, is not very hard. Difficulties like on hard mode, what the hardcore is all about is if you die, you get sent back to the beginning of the game.
Coffins everywhere.
And if we didn't have the little option of saving it to the zip drive, we wouldn't have done that, because there is just too many times throughout the game that you can die, and it's just not something that you want to do several hours into a game and then have to start back to the beginning. So with the little option of saving it to the zip drive, it does make your life a lot easier.
Looks like someone shut a bulkhead for quarantine.
But
No. It's too thick.
Me and my buddy Demented Priest, we've been gaming a long time, and it just would have been better if they tripled the amount of enemies coming at you, or this and that, because by the time you're playing hardcore, especially with this game, it gives you the ability to buy the epic resource packs. You can really gear yourself up well, and just seems like having to die and then go back to the beginning kind of sucks. But that's just one gamer's view on that.
Bench?
Okay, so in the beginning part of the level, it doesn't take long before you get to your first weapons bench, and pretty much the next video is going to be about us continuing on with Chapter 3, and it's not a very long chapter either. Once we get to Chapter 4, then the game starts to lengthen up a little bit. Chapter 4 has 2 optional missions, and I just wanted to go ahead and leave a little bit of footage in here about the extra money that I spent on the epic packs, and what that's going to do is going to make your life a lot easier. This game really isn't about money within the game. It's about the resources. The resources is how you upgrade your circuits, your weapon parts, and all that. So at least with this kind of game, it gives you the option of going into the Xbox marketplace and buying some stuff, and just making your life a lot easier. And that's, to me, that's what it's all about. You know, getting upgrades at the end of a game that you can't use throughout the game, it sucks. The only thing I will mention is that I wouldn't buy really any of the weapons or the suit packs. I did. Good, I didn't really know about it, because pretty much any of the weapons you can make right here as long as you got enough resources. So if you're going to spend money on anything, it would be the resources, and then come into the bench here and just make whatever weapons you want. Okay, and this is everything that I purchased, but again, I haven't really used anything. I wind up making the weapons that I want out of here. Okay, now this video is about 22 minutes in length. In just a second, I'm going to cut in here and just tell you that the rest of part of the video is just me being in the bench making my weapons up. So if you're just concerned about the level and you want to see, you know, the rest of the game, just go ahead and jump to the next video, because the rest part of this video is just me sitting in the bench, upgrading my weapon, picking the weapons that I want, and circuits and stuff like that. I was going to cut it out, but you know, I wanted to leave it in there. Maybe somebody wants to see how I set my player up. But if you're not into that, then by all means just jump to the next video. That's the beauty of it. But anyway, okay, I'm all about the pitch black gun. It's a really good weapon, and for some kind of strange reason, I don't know why it glitched out, but when I create the pitch black, my 2+2 circuits are like all there, and I'm not going to complain about it because it's pretty sweet. I don't know why it's like that, but it is. So you can see I got 8 of 8 circuits, and they're all 2+2s, and I don't know, you know, every time I reload a game and I get to a bench, my pitch black is all got 2+2 circuits. So that was a nice pleasant surprise. I don't know why that's like that, but I'm gonna keep it. You know, I'm not gonna knock it. So my main two weapons in this game, I don't really vary from it, is the Air Force gun and that pitch black gun. My partner usually uses some kind of more of a pinpoint weapon, and you know, whether it's like the pulse rifle with the shotgun or the single shot rifle with a shotgun, but both of his weapons have shotguns. He loves the shotgun, and he kind of turned me on to it, and I like it too. The only problem is that I didn't figure out how to put a shotgun on the pitch black till like the end of the first time walking through the game. And he's like, let's go to a bench and work it out, because he's like, you need to have the military engine on there to get the shotgun option. So anyway, I'm setting up my Air Force gun here, and you know, I'm going to try to upgrade as best I can with the parts that are available. The Air Force gun was one of my main weapons in the previous Dead Space games. So when this game came out, it was definitely something that I'm like, all right, I got to get the Air Force gun, because you know, I really liked it. Okay, you usually use the MK compressor on the bottom there. It's a little bit stronger, faster shooting and all that. So the combination between me and my co-op partner is pretty good. Like I said, he likes to use a shotgun, and if we're standing together, you know, we getting hoarded, I could blast him with the Air Force gun, and that knocks him back. And I also like to put the acid feature on the Air Force gun and the ammo support. Acid bath. Okay, so once you get the weapon the way you like it, then you got to go into your circuits and kind of pick that Okay, so now with the pitch black gun, like I said, I like to put a shotgun underneath it. So you have to put a military engine on there, so you have to craft one. Okay, so once you get a military engine on there, then you can go ahead and pick the sonic dispersal or disposal. Uh, that's your shotgun basically. And unfortunately, you suffer quite a bit of drop in speed. So it takes a long time to actually speed that up later in the game when you get your circuits upgraded. But what you make for in loss of speed, you gain for damage. So and with my pitch black gun, I like to put the stasis coating on there. Now the pitch black is an awesome mid to close range weapon. One of the downsides, excuse me, is that it sucks at long range. So with the Air Force gun and the pitch black, I have trouble shooting at distance. That's where I pretty much leave it up to my co-op partner to deal with. So when we're floating out at space and we need to shoot mines or whatever at distance, I'll be all like, all right, you take care of that, and I will, get up and get our collectibles and that kind of thing. Okay, so with the resources, you're not able to give resources to your partner, but you are able to give, I believe, like circuits or any particular engine parts or weapon parts to him. So, like if he needs something, I'll craft it and then I'll give the item to him. That's what the, buying the resources packs is all about. And the other upside is that by the time you craft your weapons and get what you need and what you like, when you get to the suit machine, you could also throw some stuff at your suit, because you want to get your suit upgraded as fast as possible as well. So by the time I get my gun all crafted up and I give him what he needs, I still have quite a bit of resources to get a nice jump on my suits. And unfortunately, because you can't give resources to your partner, I can't really help my buddy out as far as giving him stuff to get his suit leveled up. So, you can't help him out with the weapons part of things, but you can't really do anything on the suit end of things. So, not much you can really do about that. Not that it hinders him much. Pretty much when we first hit a suit machine and pretty much tell him to save as much resources as possible and get your air upgraded first, and then your other stuff later, because we're at the bench right now and I'm like, whatever resources he has, I'm like, try not to use it, and then whatever you need as far as weapons go or circuits, I'll give him. So it's totally awesome. I don't really know. He's like, why are you able to do these 2+2 circuits? And I have no clue. And I don't know why the circuits stay with my pitch black gun when I go from game to game. They were there when I went to pure survival mode. They were there in hardcore mode. When I did the pure classic, obviously, the pitch black gun wasn't available. So that mode was on the rough side. Was one of the few times where the weapon packs came into play. Used that Marauder gun. It was like a pulse rifle with a hydraulic knife on it or whatever. But I don't think it would have really hindered me that much. I could have easily made a weapon with all the resources that I got, but I'm not sure if, right, with the classic mode, I'm not sure how the resources play. It's been a long time since I did the classic mode. But it was the one mode where having the weapon packs did help me out a little bit. Because like I said, I did have the Marauder pulse rifle. And then it was just a matter of doing your circuits on that. So Anyway, while I'm at the bench, I'm going to go ahead and make some resources here. A couple torque bars. I definitely recommend that everybody have at least 3 or 4 torque bars on them at any given time. The torque doors are all over the place, so just make sure to at least be carrying 2 to 4 of those. Right here, I'm trying out my weapons while my partner's still working on his stuff. I did change the circuits a little bit on my pitch black to kind of help the shotgun out a little bit. Even though I lost the 2+ and dropped down to 1+1 circuits, I was not really concerned. The upper weapon, the Gatling gun, I kept at the 2+2 circuits, but when I first originally set this gun up, it had the Air Force gun underneath, and of course I'm carrying the Air Force gun, so it didn't make any sense to have it on my Gatling. And like I said, the shotgun is pretty awesome, so trying to help the rate of fire. One of the downsides to the shotgun is that it is a very slow shooting weapon. That's why it's something that you trade off with. You get the lot of damage, but it's very slow firing, and if you don't happen to hit your enemy with the first shot, coming back for a second one, if they're getting close on you, could be a problem. That's the downside to it. You see, that's where all the resource pack comes into play. I'm just, I need a circuit, just create it. I got all this kinds of resources, but that's a cool feature. It's really up to a gamer whether or not they want to spend the extra money, and it just makes your life a lot easier. Come into the game and just set your stuff right up. It was something I didn't do in Dead Space 2. I just started playing the game, and there were so many cool things. You could buy upgraded suits and your weapons, and that would save you so many credits and basically money in Dead Space 2 that it was just made your life a lot easier. And as you can see, I'm hooking my partner up. He needed the circuit, so it's all about the tag team. You got to do what you got to do to so he's geared up, you're geared up, and that's what it's all about. $148 rounds for the Gatling gun, quite a few for the shotgun, 16 on my Air Force, and like 7 on the special ability underneath. 7, very nice. So I'm geared up. Trying to get a little bit more capacity in there. Got an extra round in there. And it's still shooting okay, so I'm going to probably leave it like that. Okay, so like I said several minutes before, if you didn't really want to see all this, but if you made it to this part of the video, you did. And we're going to go ahead and break the video here because we are pretty much set up now. And I guess the extra round didn't matter to me, so I'm going to go back to my rate of fire. Okay, so that's pretty much me and my partner getting geared up, and now we're ready to hit this game. And we will see you on the next part of Chapter 3 here. Okay, hardcore on Dead Space 3. The best thing to do is to save the game to a zip drive at the end of every chapter, or any place that you think you may die. You want to just go back to the dashboard, go under system settings, to storage, go to your hard drive, go under the game, Dead Space 3, you'll see the slot for hardcore, and just save it over to the zip drive. And now if you happen to die, what you do is you go back to the dashboard, you go into your hard drive, and you delete that one save spot, and then go to your zip drive and copy it back to your hard drive, and then you're golden. So basically what you're seeing here is to save it to your zip drive. If you do die, you just reverse the process to put the game back on your hard drive, and you're good. So don't sweat the hardcore, just follow this step, and if you die, just do that.